Greetings from Tawana Gymnasium for part 2 of our doubleheader. It is Coach Clark with Coach Johnson to my right. Unfortunately, just watched a tough one as the Tawana Black Knights boys were just beat up pretty bad by the Athens Cats. But a chance for redemption here as we have senior night here in Tawana as the Tawana Lady Knights at 17-3 are taking on the Troy Lady Trojans, who come in this one at 12-6. Really quick rundown of Troy. They've won this year against some pretty good teams. They beat Wyalusing, they beat Athens once, and they beat Wellsboro once, and they've lost 6 games, 4 of them in conference. They've lost to Northeast 40-22, 35-28 to Wellsboro, 45-26, which was the other night to Athens, and they have played the Knights once in Troy where they lost 57-41. But a team, like I said, 12-6, 8-3 in the 8-4 in the conference. The number 5 seed currently in District 4 AAA. A team that's Tawana has seen, a tough opponent, but I don't know. What do you expect to see from this one? Our first time seeing Troy.
Yeah,
maybe,
I'll be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know a nice way to put it.
Yeah, this is a game Tawana should win, and this is a game that they could see them again very, very shortly.
Yep.
And they should win that one too. And that's not bashing anybody. It's just, to me, the most non-biased way I can put it is we haven't seen an NTL player on the girls' side better than Paige Manchester. And I don't know if there's many better than Porschia Bennett.
Nope.
And so when you have 2 of maybe the top, let's say at least 5 players on the same team, that's going to be hard for any other girls' team to beat. So I think as long as the Lady Knights take care of business tonight and do the things that they're used to, and go out and execute and put the ball in the hands of Paige Manchester and Porschia Bennett, I think they have a great shot tonight. Troy has to do everything correct. You know, they have to make sure they're not turning it over, as we state all the time, and they got to rebound it well. And most importantly, I think we haven't really seen a team shoot it particularly well, except for maybe the Panthers from Northeast, the Lady Panthers. So besides them, that's the only real test that we've seen here at home for the Lady Knights. So you got a good shot that the Lady Knights have a good probability of a win tonight.
I had mentioned it earlier. The big other news in this game tonight is the fact that we are 7 points away from Porschia Bennett, the senior's 1,000th point, which we will keep you up to the point as far as that goes. And Paige Manchester, the junior, is only 14 points away, so a possibility of 2,000-point scorers on the same night here for the Lady Knights on senior night against Troy. Real quick rundown for the Lady Black Knights. They are 17-3 this year. Their 3 losses this year. Let's see if I can remember this time. We're to Loyalsock, we're to Waverly, and we're to Berwick.
Yes.
Got them all. So undefeated in undefeated in the NTL. Really have not had too many close ones in the NTL so far. Not many below 15 points besides, like we mentioned, that Northeast Bradford game at the beginning of the year. Tawana has kind of been cruising along in their league schedule. They do have a tough game Wednesday, though, as 6A Williamsport comes to town to take on the Black Knights. So it could be a good tune-up for the NTL Showdown and then going into districts. And really quickly, speaking about those district standings, I do have them updated right now. Number 1 is still Bloomsburg at 18-2. Number 2, Line Mountain, also 18-2. Loyalsock sits in 3rd right now. They are 15-6, but their power rating is 6.656. Tawana right now is 4th at 17-3 with a power rating of .645. So I'm not trying to speculate, kind of like last year, but you never know if Tawana can beat a 12-6 Troy tonight and then could somehow knock off a 6A Williamsport on Wednesday.
Yeah.
They might be able to kind of leapfrog the Lady Lancers again. I'm not saying it's a certainty, but you never know. That's a lot of points beating a 3A 12-6 team and a 6A Williamsport.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that. You would think that would give them a really good shot.
Yep.
So, yeah, definitely 2 big games left for the Lady Knights.
Manageable. So we are getting ready for, I think we're going to do the national anthem again here and the alma mater, and we are getting ready for tip-off. One more time, it's the Tawana Lady Knights taking on the Troy Lady Trojans. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we are back here as we are getting ready for our starting lineups here on this Valentine's Day edition of NTL basketball. Senior night here for the Towanda Lady Knights. Starting off with the starting lineup for the Lady Trojans. They have number 5, Katie Lackey, number 13, Rachel Kingsley, number 21, McKenna Matthews, number 22, Alyssa Parks, and number 23, Sydney Taylor. So a team in Troy last year that did make the playoffs as the 8 seed have advanced that record this year right now into the 5 seed at 12-6. They have met once before the Lady Knights, losing that game 57-41. Our first look at the Lady Trojans this year.
Yeah, for the Lady Knights side of things, we got number 22, Bella Hurley, number 2, Paige Manchester, number 20, Porschia Bennett, number 45, Gracie Schoonover, and number 14, number 3, Destiny Brennan.
Senior lineup. We're ready. So I'll say it one more time, and I'm not going to say it again, so we start counting down the points.
There you go.
Manchester 14 away from 1,000, folks. And Porschia Bennett 7 points away, as she was just introduced here with a nice applause from the crowd. We're also going to have some a trivia question tonight.
Yeah, should we ask it now, just in case?
Let's wait like the end of the first quarter.
It could happen in the first quarter. It could.
Well, yeah, but
right.
then we'll say it all.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you.
End of the first quarter, we do have a trivia question for you. If you would like to answer, we'd love to hear from you. It is trivia@towandasd.org. You can also find that in the description. Again, it is trivia@towandasd.org. You can send that as an email or as a regular text message. We will get the answers right here on our laptop right in front of us. And we will see if we can get this answer. It's a fun one tonight, and it kind of correlates with what could happen this evening. So the Lady Trojans are on the court ready to go. It looks like it's going to be number 13. That's going to be Kingsley, who's going to take the opening tip-off, and she is going to go up against Manchester, the junior.
So I think the biggest thing for everybody going into these games is you kind of ask, like, are the girls or the guys that are almost getting that 1,000 point, are they going to press a little bit? Or how are they going to kind of attack the way they want to do that? Oh, looking for Porschia Bennett early.
Right off the bat.
We've seen them hit those off-the-tip layups a lot this season.
So it will count as a possession for Towanda, and Troy will have the basketball here first. Hard to see over some of the heads like Matt Wheeler's right in front of us here, but we are live for action. Oh.
We also had Coach Ryan Larkham trying to get on camera there a little while ago when you were doing the starting lineups.
Oh, did he? I didn't even notice.
Behind us, trying to get on TV, he said.
Creepy. All right, here's number 13. That's Kingsley. She gives it off to 22, Parks, with the basketball right now. Parks swings it over there to Lackey. Lackey comes into the paint. Her first shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Schoonover. The other direction here for the Lady Knights, it's going to
in.
Schoonover over to
Guess
Brennan.
what we got, Coach? Guess what we got?
Skip.
We got a triangle and 2.
Ooh, the old traditional triangle in 2D. Love running that in junior high.
Yeah, so if you're out there watching from home, you're going to see a man-to-man from Troy against Paige Manchester and Porschia Bennett, but the other 3 Lady Trojans packed in, just in a little triangle in there, and they just kind of match up with everybody else in a zone.
Brennan's 3 is no good, and we're going to have an over the back there on Bella Hurley, her team first. So Troy has survived 2 defensive possessions there, and it's 0-0 a minute and a half into this one.
Yeah, we've seen the box in 1.
I love it. I love the triangle in 2.
And
love it.
Yep. And
shout out to Rick Carell. He's the one that taught me that
nice.
at Northeast Bradford.
And I'll shout out Coach Ryan Knapp. We ran that a few times in my last couple of years as coach of the boys' side.
So we got a 10-second violation there on the Lady Trojans. Another turnover, and the Lady Knights will take over.
Most of the time, offensively, you don't have to change up too much against a triangle and 2 or a box and one. So you can kind of run your sets.
Yeah.
It's just about,
Tough to get it inside.
Yeah. Sometimes the ball denial just makes it a little tougher. But.
So I'm going to say this now because I was thinking it in the pregame, didn't mention it, but after a missed shot there from Manchester, how much do you think Manchester and Bennett are going to press?
Well, that's what I was saying. At the tip, that's always the big question, I feel like.
Trying too hard almost sometimes.
Yeah.
And Troy's offensive boards.
Oh. Yep, everybody's okay. That's good.
Alyssa Parks popped right up after taking a shot from Bennett, and it'll stay with the Knights. But, yeah, that's it's almost trying too hard to get it done because it's in the back of your head the whole time. It's been in the back of your head for 2 days now.
Yeah, and you even see it in professional sports, when they're at milestones and things like that. Yeah. It's almost like a sense of relief once it's over because there's, everybody's talking about it. That's probably at least some of the reason why this gym is pretty packed tonight also.
Yep, Sterling comes into the game there for Troy. They had another substitution also. I missed it. I'll see if I can pick that up here in a little bit. Oh, it's number 24, I think, Sarah Chamberlain for Troy. 3-ball, though, as there is Destiny Brennan putting the first points on the board there for the Lady Knights. 3-0 here early in the first quarter.
Yeah, and if you're the Lady Trojans, that's the one I think right now you got to go out and make sure you, even in that triangle and two, that zone, that side, whatever side Destiny Brennan's on, you got to bring your girl out in that zone side and bring her out a little bit more because that's Destiny Brennan's game right there, that three-point shot.
Good ball movement here by the Lady Trojans. Shot there by number 5, Lackey, is no good. Fight for the board. It's going to go, I guess, stay with Troy. I didn't see the hand gesture, but the way that they're lined up, and it stays with Troy. Here's number 23. That is Taylor. Gets it into number 13, though, taken away from Kingsley. Here come the Lady Knights running around. It's Porschia Bennett. She's going to go with the right hand, and there's 2 for Bennett, as she's now just 5 away from her 1,000. That's point number 995 in her career. Good hands there by Hurley, knocking that out of bounds. 5-0 here. Lady Knights lead 3 minutes into it.
A closing speed there by Bella Hurley, like a corner in the NFL, right?
Always been a great defender. And we're going to have a timeout here. It's going to be on the Troy. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So I guess we'll hang out here for a second. So, yeah, that was the first basket for Bennett. She's up to 995. Manchester yet to score. I guess we can give the trivia question now if you want to real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so here's a trivia question for you. So tonight there's a possibility of 2 Lady Knights hitting the 1,000-point mark in Porschia Bennett and Paige Manchester. If you want to message us at trivia@towandasd.org, our question for you tonight is, this has actually happened before.
It has, unbelievably.
Unbelievably. Yeah, we've only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had 8 girls score 1,000 points. We have had Lady Knights score their 1,000th or 2,000th point in the same game before. Here's our question for you. What 2 girls scored their 1,000th and 2,000th point in the same night? We shouldn't give the date yet, right?
No. Let's see if somebody else can do it.
And then we'll give you a bonus off of that. There's Porschia Bennett shot no good. A bonus off of that. What night or what year did it occur?
Yeah,
we got it all. We got
definitely the year.
We got the night, we got the year, and we got the 2 girls from Towanda that have scored their 1,000th and or 2,000th point the same night. Shot there for Taylor's no good. Troy crashing the offensive boards, but they will travel.
Yeah, the only thing we don't have is the opponent they did it against.
We don't have the opponent. Everything but. If you want to enlighten us with that, you can go ahead as well. So, again, if it's trivia@towandasd.org, we'd love to hear some answers. What 2 Knights have scored their 1,000th and 2,000 point or 2,000 point the same night before? And there's a chance that could happen again tonight, which is crazy, like you said.
Yeah.
The chances of that are unbelievable.
You would never think that would happen.
Especially when you've had 8 in the history of
the
program. Well, at least since stats have been taken anyway. So here's Brennan with the ball. We are past the halfway part. Oh, there's a steal here by Troy. It's going to be number 13, Kingsley. Actually, I'm sorry, that was number 23, Taylor. Her shot was no good. There's Porschia Bennett on the other end waiting for the points as she puts in 2 more. And Bennett is at 997 points, a 3 away from her 1,000th in her senior year. Trying for it again. Brennan takes it away, but we're going to get a foul. And they're going to call that on – they're going to call it on Brennan.
Yep.
Tough foul. Look at that ball was out. No, they're going to call it on Troy. It is going to be on Troy. You're going to call number 23. That is Sydney Taylor, her first, team second. 1 foul on the Lady Knights, 2 fouls on the Lady Trojans. We have a couple answers. Coming in. Remember, we want the 2 girls that did it and what year it happened. You give us a real lot of points. You can go for what day it was. There was Portia Bennett trying to get closer to it. She can't. Tell you what, Troy's feisty. As that was number 22, Alyssa Parks going after it.
Yeah, pace of the game so far definitely favors the Lady Trojans. You know, they've slowed this game down a little bit. Even though down 7-0, they've definitely controlled the ball. Just a couple turnovers. I think that's the majority of Tawana's points so far. I think at least 4 out of the 7 have been off turnovers. So.
And again, I mean, we know how good Tawana is. Back-to-back-to-back NTL champions. They're 17-3 this year for a reason. But Troy's no slouch at 12-6.
No, you can see it early on too. This starting 5 can control the ball offensively. And
they can.
They've gotten some good shots, just nothing to fall yet. 2
team fouls apiece right now, 2 on the Lady Knights, 2 on the Lady Trojans. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. We have seen Portia Bennett put in 4. Shot no good there for the Trojans. Another shot's no good. That's if one thing Troy's doing well is they are crashing the offensive boards. They're getting second and third looks.
Yeah, and their first looks are good too. Step in, Bella.
Portia Bennett is double teamed, and Hurley's isn't sure what to do with herself, and she is going to travel. We're going to have a substitution as Eliza Fowler's going to come into the game. Her first action, she'll take out Brennan. Here's Troy.
You could tell Coach Gentile wanted Bella Hurley to shoot that ball, too. You can probably hear him on the microphones here. Another easy look from the Lady Trojans, just missed.
That basket is not being kind to the Lady Trojans right now. It was number 11. That was Sterling. Shot was in and out, no good. Here are the Lady Knights with Manchester with the ball. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Manchester hasn't shot very much either, has she? There's Hurley for 3. Are they going to call it a long 2 again?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a long 2. Hurley's known to set up behind the 3 and step over, but, we'll take 2 points.
Yeah, she's got kind of that big right foot step when she steps into her shot there. It kind of puts those toes on the line, I think, a little too much, but
we'll take it.
Yep.
9-0 lead now here for the Lady Knights. Here's Bennett inside.
Tough shot.
Tough scoop shot there from Bennett goes.
1 point.
999 points right now for Portia Bennett. She's 1 point away, and the Knights are also up 11-0 in this game in the first quarter. Doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't. That's what I was just going to say. It really doesn't feel like that.
It's a real tight one, but it's 11-0. We're about a minute here in the first quarter.
It's a good take.
It is. Kind of lost the handle of it, though. Good job there by Kingsley corralling it. Kingsley gets it out to number 11. That was Caitlin Sterling, and she will be fouled, and will go to the line and shoot 2 for the Lady Trojans.
We do have a correct answer.
We've got a lot of correct answers. We've got one. I don't know who we got to give credit to a whole bunch of people.
There you go.
Keep bringing them in though. I've got 4 on my end. First shot there is. I thought it was a harder question than that.
I told you it wasn't necessarily a hard question because
there's only you have a 1/8 chance. And,
yeah.
Got a lot of answers though. I wonder how close Allison Wickwire and Kylie Sutton were. They were both 2011, I see up there.
Yeah.
Second shot is good, though, for Sterling, and Troy's on the board 11-1. Minute to go. Manchester drives in hard, and she will be fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2 and try to chip in a little bit to get closer to her 1,000th.
And free throws are something that we've seen her struggle with just a little bit at times during games, but and that's nitpicking a little bit, but and she does take some tough shots to the rim too.
Manchester's first is no good. She'll have one more substitution for the Lady Trojans as number 22. Alyssa Parks will come back in. She'll replace Sterling. One more for Paige. 3 fouls apiece. 56 seconds to go. First quarter. Also long, no good. Rebounded there by number 5. That is Katie Lackey. So here comes Troy trying to cut into this 10-point deficit. Troy 12-6 on the year. have already secured another playoff berth. They were the number 8 seed last year, had to go up against daunting Bloomsburg. I'm sure that game was not fun. Remember the score of that one last year?
No, I don't.
It was 66-9, I'm pretty sure. Blooms 1 versus 8 seed. They might have to get away with the 1 versus 8 seeds in every sport. I mean, like football, Southern Columbia 81.
Yeah.
You know, North Penn, Mansfield 0.
Nice pass.
Man, they are just not getting to fall. There's Kingsley goes around the world and in and out, no good. Here comes Manchester. Gets it to Bennett.
Got it.
And she got it. And a timeout called immediately by Coach Gentile because Portia Bennett has just hit the 1,000-point plateau for her very, very good career. She is a state champion high jumper, and she is now a 1,000-point scorer.
Yeah, we got a standing ovation here.
We do.
Congratulations, Portia. Great 4 years. 1,001 points and counting.
She got it done in the first quarter. No sweat for her.
That's right. She did it exactly the way she has been all year, too. Just those hustle plays, diving after loose balls, rebounding, post play, a couple really tough shots, ending up on the floor.
Just a super good athlete. As she is the first 1,000-point scorer in Towanda's history in the last 10 years. The first to do it since Darian Lance back in 2012. So congrats to.
That's big time.
It is. Portia Bennett gets her 1,000th point here on senior night. Big moment for her. Really? I mean, obviously, I never got anything like that. How do you come down from that and get back into the flow of a basketball game?
Like I said, I think there's that pressure, just probably that sense of relief a little bit. Just like finally, hey, that's over. Now it's the pressure a little bit, maybe.
Well,
why not?
Portia Bennett will go back to the line, shoot
That's
two
how
more.
you answer it right there.
Yeah,
Coach.
I guess
That's how you do it. You go out there and you play your game.
So here's my next question. I know we are in a basketball game right now. I understand it's 13-1. This game is far, far from over. A lot to go. But how much do we start letting Paige Manchester try and get her 1,000-point on senior night? You know, do you keep playing your normal? I mean, obviously, again, it's only a 12-point game. I'm not saying you don't. But do you start letting her shoot a little bit?
Well, and I think that might be something that Coach Gentile is talking to her right now about.
Yeah.
Just, like, stay loose, play your game. You know, go out there, have fun a little bit. Maybe he feels like she's pressing a little bit and just trying to relax her.
Bennett's first one's good, so she'll have to settle with 1,002 points. Troy almost throws it away, and that will be the end of the first quarter. At the end of a quarter, we have a 1,000-point score, and we have a lead. Towanda leads this one 14-1 over Troy. Let's just stay here real quick, as I'm going to really quick give the answer to the trivia question. We had a couple people get that right. We had Sam Tavani. We had Allie Hurley getting the year right. We had Elise Clark giving the right answer there. We have Jordan 1046 Wallenberg getting this right. It was way back in 1997.
Yes.
February 13th, as you mentioned,
yes,
to be exact.
It was.
So
yes.
25 years ago, it was Kim Abbott and Diana Keeney. I believe it was Kim Abbott's 1,000th point, you said, and it was Diana Keeney's 2,000th point. Both occurred on February 13th in 1997. So It has happened before, and we will see if it will happen again tonight.
That's insane to me.
Me too. 8.
That it's happened. It could happen twice. It hasn't happened twice yet.
8 in like 30-plus years.
Yeah.
And 2 of them, it would be 10 when they both get it.
Yeah.
But 2 of them have happened in
Hit those
the same
milestones.
nights. Yeah, that's crazy. That just shows how good Diana Keeney was, that she had over 2,000 points, and how good Paige is. But Paige is just getting to 1,000 at the end of her junior year.
Yeah.
And Paige is a really good basketball player. She averages a lot of points a game. Same with Ryan Knapp. As much as Noah Huff scored, I know he was a 6-man as a freshman, right?
Yeah.
But still, 600 points more than him.
That's a lot of points.
Insane.
Ball hog. I hope he's listening. No, he's got a game tonight. He's coaching out of Mansfield, or down in Bloomsburg.
It'll be a good game.
Nice take. Great block by Gracie Schoonover.
Schoonover with a rejection. 14-1. Twanda's cruising here. Izmailova into the game for the first time, number 10. You made me say that by myself this weekend, so I got better at it now.
Sorry, man.
There's Bennett looking for Schoonover. Shot no good. Gets her own offensive board and puts it back in. So Gracie Schoonover is on the board. It's 16-1 now with 7:21 to go in the first half.
Yeah, you might see. No. Yeah. I was going to say, you're going to see Paige Manchester probably get a little aggressive defensively here. And sure enough, she runs over the screen for a.
It was a touch too aggressive. That's Paige's second foul, too. 2 fouls on number 2. 4 fouls apiece right now as far as the game. Ball moving here by, it's Lackey.
Oh, tough shot.
And Edie Lackey puts in the 2 points here. First basket for the Lady Trojans. 16-3 now, 6:55 to go. Eliza Fowler right now is playing point guard.
Yeah, and I think just a different look to try to see if we can get Paige Manchester free.
And she does take a shot. It's a 3-point ball. That's no good. Rebounded there, though, by Fowler. Fowler gives it to Bennett. I think this is the game plan right now, as I see Paige running all over the place. She's getting picks. They're setting picks for her.
Yeah, everybody in the gym knows.
Yeah. You think Troy knows?
Yeah, I hope so.
Malova passes. It gets tipped, but it's taken back by Fowler. Fowler will line up a shot, though. Her shot short, no good. Fight for the rebound. It went right to Manchester, but there is going to be a foul that occurred first. And it will be on the Lady Knights. It looks like it's going to be on Bennett. Her first, team 5th.
I like the idea of, if you're going to run her off the ball, running her off some screens, multiple screens. And if she has the ball, I'd like to see her try to get to the rim, even if it's a ball screen for Paige, to try to get her in a better matchup so maybe she can get to the rim and into the paint. Because obviously, the Lady Trojans have put their better defender on her. So if you can get that defender off of her, get her into some better matchups under the rim.
It's going to be a foul on Schoonover, number 45. 6th team foul already in this one. It's Kingsley will go to the line and shoot 2 for the Lady Trojans. Second foul also on Schoonover. So 2 fouls on Schoonover, 2 fouls on Manchester.
We got a violation here on Eliza Fowler coming in late to the lane.
They didn't call it, though, huh?
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
You see referee there.
I have
holding up
seen more violations this year, like I said the last game, than any other year I've ever watched basketball.
And I will say they've all been violations.
There was another one.
No, that one was okay. Yeah, that one was okay.
They were close.
Yep. It's just I think some of them thought that was the second, which
yeah, right.
That might.
Man, something about this side of our court just sucks him into the paint before the ball hits the rim. Second shot goes, though, for Kingsley. It's 16-4 now. 5:55 to go in the first half.
If I'm Paige Manchester, I demand the ball. Just give it to me.
She's getting beat up pretty tough here by who's on here. It's number 11. That is Sterling, following her around. Manchester having a tough time getting open. They try to get it to her, but they just can't, and it goes out of bounds, staying with the Knights.
This is a good opportunity for Paige to get freed up here. It's tough to run those boxing ones. Not impossible, but tough to run. You're going to see a down screen for Paige in the corner.
There it is, yep. She didn't like the three. She
right
dribbles in. Her shot goes, and Manchester's on the board with 9:88, 12-point lead. That just shows how good Towanda is that they can do this.
Yeah. Everybody in the gym knows they're trying to get the ball to number 2.
Shot no good. Good board, though. Kingsley's shot was no good. Good board by Manchester. Manchester looking, taking it down quite a ways. And there she's going to be, to draw a blocking foul. Didn't see what Lady Trojan it was. Number 11, that is Sterling.
And you see if Coach Gentile runs one to the opposite corner here. We've seen her get set up on the ball side. See if she runs off to the next one. Nope. Yep, here she goes on the opposite corner.
Good pick by Bennett. Frees Manchester for 3. Shot no good, though. Rebounded by number 23, Taylor. Taylor gets it up to Kingsley. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Izmailova. Good.
Go.
Yep. Here's Fowler. Fowler throws it up to Manchester. Manchester scoop shot no good. Manchester loses the handle on it. It's like watching Megatron of the Lions. Just chuck it up and see if she comes up with it.
She looks tired.
She should be.
Yeah.
She is working her butt off down low trying to get open every single offensive possession. And every defensive possession, she's trying to steal it for
an easy
steal.
one.
Yeah, for a fast break. Ismailova. Now she's almost cherry picking a little bit, looking for the long board. And there's number 35. That is Kendall Allen, who puts 2 up for Troy. It's 18-6, 12-point lead here for Lady Knights. About halfway done with the second quarter. Fowler into Chacona. Chacona gets it back out to Fowler, into Manchester. Will Manchester shoot every time she has the ball now?
I hope so.
I do too. I like it. Here's Bennett, who hasn't done much since scoring her 1,000. Runs over a Lady Trojan. Shot by Ismailova is no good. Rebounded there by Troy. Under 4 to go. Now 18-6. This time Manchester goes back down.
You got steps there before.
Yep, and that was Sterling. Caught shuffling the feet. Turnover back to Lady Knights. Substitution here for the Lady Trojans. It's going to be number 21. That is Matthews. And I did not see the other number. Tough jerseys to see from the front for
they
13.
got smaller numbers on the front. Yeah.
Fowler tried to get in Chacona, though. Good hands by Lady Trojans defense. As this is Matthews bringing it down the court this time. And we are going to have a timeout here by Troy, I believe. It's going to be a full timeout, so we are going to take it with them. 3:25 to go in the first half. Towanda 18, Troy 6. Be right back. All right, 3:25 to go here, first half. Troy with the basketball, trailing by a dozen. Sterling with the ball here. She gives it over to number 24. That's Chamberlain. Matthews over to Chamberlain. Back over to Taylor. 3 minutes to go here. Troy taking their time offensively, looking for a good shot. Skips it over to Matthews. Matthews back over to Chamberlain. See, that's Taylor. Taylor comes in hard. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound off the front of the rim, no good. And that's going to go out of bounds off of Troy back to the Lady Knights.
I got a little worried there that Manchester was going to reach in and get a foul there. Would have picked up her third.
Fowler. Past half court. Here is Hurley, lines up a three. Ball that goes in. So say that definitely was a three, and they do call it that way. 21-6 here, 2:25 to go in the first half.
Had to hit every part of the rim, but it got in.
I'm like, if that does not go in, when like Happy Gilmore with that clown.
Oh, yes.
Goes inside it. That's pretty good. Sound like it. Taylor inside, gives it off. Nice bounce pass to number 24, Chamberlain. Her shot's no good. Deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Trojans. Substitutions here for Troy. It's number 3?
Was it?
5.
Yeah.
Lackey comes back in. Got to adjust my contacts tonight. I cannot see these numbers. That's 23.
Using the bank.
That goes for Sydney Taylor. Makes it 21-8 now with a minute 54 to go in the half. Here's Brennan.
Multiple screens there to get Paige on a good matchup. I'd like to see her drive there.
She's against Matthews right now. Then she gets
Nice
doubled.
pass.
Kick, yeah, to Chacona, out to Brennan. Brennan will fire up a three. Shot no good. Rebounded by
Oh, that was a foul.
Manchester. Tried to draw a foul. Won't get it. As Troy takes it, goes the other way. And we're going to have a foul on the Lady Knights, though.
Pressing. There you go.
I definitely.
We definitely have one pressing.
It's hard.
Hard not to.
And Coach is going to give her a break here.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Chacona and Manchester are going to come out. And she's tired, too.
Yep.
With that pressing comes a lot of energy. Bennett and Schoonover came back into the game there. First free throw is long, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds back to the Lady Knights. 21-8. Foul situation right now. 7 on the Lady Knights, 5 on the Lady Trojans. 2 on Schoonover, 2 on Manchester. Fowler brings it over, and she gives it to Hurley. And she gives it to Brennan. Good three-point shooters on the floor right now, too, for Lady Knights. That pass was tipped, but it goes in the hands of Fowler. Fowler gets inside, gives it to Schoonover. Schoonover whips it across to Hurley. Here's Bennett. Tawana now being patient on offense as we have hit 1 minute to go here in the first half. Schoonover over again to Hurley. Just be patient.
Nice
Tawana.
pass.
Yeah, Gracie Schoonover eventually finds the open shot. Great offensive possession, and it's 23-8.
Yeah, ball moved side to side, a couple skip passes, got it inside to Gracie Schoonover a couple times at the foul line, collapses the defense, found that little gap, nice little bank shot. Tim Duncan-esque.
Or Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
Grown
He's
Ups.
never seen him miss.
You know who's a huge fan of Grown Ups, the movie?
Ethan Sexton?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I've always noticed that he loves that movie,
Yep. Shout out Ethan Sexton.
I guess. 23-8 here, 28 seconds left. Tawanda working offensive set again. Here's Hurley in the paint to Schoonover. Schoonover kicks it out to Bennett. Bennett thought about it, now brings it across to Fowler. She'll line up a three. Here, three is off the bank and in.
Why not?
26-8. Tawana extends it to 18 points. Under 10 to go. Let's see if Troy get a shot off. And yeah, that's Destiny Brennan there is going to commit the foul. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 situation for Troy.
Thank you, RJ.
RJ Baker with the
Nice
shout
little
out.
text. That was very nice.
Ronald James. Wasn't he known as the touchdown maker?
Yeah, I think so.
RJ Baker, the touchdown maker.
This is all right.
Sometimes he'd whip out.
There
First
you
shot,
go.
no
All
good.
the way, Paige.
5 seconds left. See if she can get it down there. She kind of loses the handle of it. She regains the handle of it. She might have traveled, didn't get called.
Gracious.
And she is not getting the beneficiary of anything inside right now. But that will be the end of the first half. At the end of a half, it is the Tawanda Lady Knights 26, the Troy Lady Trojans 8. We saw a 1,000-point scorer in Porschia Bennett. We are going to take a timeout here for a little bit, and we'll come back in 5 minutes or so with a rundown of this one, what we have as far as scoring, and one more look ahead for the rest of this week. Again, 26-8, Tawanda leads at the half. All right, we got about 5 minutes left here in the half. It was a dominant half by the Lady Knights, 26-8, and we saw Porschia Bennett score her 1,000th point. This is a possible preview of the first round of districts, too, as right now, one more time, if you are just joining us, Towanda right now sitting as the 4 seed in Class District 4, AAA at 17-3, and Troy is in at 12-6, comfortably at the 5 seed, so a possible rematch could be looming here next week in this very gymnasium. So good. It's nice to have the Lady Knights taking on Troy again, seeing what they have. Again, we saw Troy in like you said, a triangle and 2 situation where they were guarding those 2 stars. But Towanda is comfortable right now with an 18-point lead. Coach, you want to break down what we got so far as scoring?
Yeah, for the Lady Trojans, we got number 5, Katie Lackey with 2 points. Kaylin Sterling, number 11, with 1. Rachel Kingsley, number 13, with 1. Sydney Taylor, number 23, with 2. Kendall Allen, number 35, with 2. For the Lady Knights, Bella Hurley with 5. Paige Manchester with 2. Gracie Schoonover, number 45, has 4. Eliza Fowler, number 14, has 3. Destiny Brennan, number 3, has 3. And the 1,000-point club new member, Porschia Bennett, number 20, has 9.
9. So, yeah, Manchester, like we were kind of talking about there, maybe pressing a little bit, maybe trying too hard, kind of getting a little bit uncomfortable out of her game. She had 2 points, right?
Yeah.
2 points, so she's at 988 right now. She still has 12 more points to go. But the good news is, and you don't want to, they're still at home on Wednesday, too, with Williamsport.
Yeah,
so
you're going to have opportunities, but you'd like to do it in a game that, senior night, it's almost like a perfect storm a little bit, too. So, and there's the pressure, and, it's added pressure, too, that your teammate has done it, and all day today, you're thinking, hey, we have a shot of kind of making history, even though it has kind of happened in Towanda before. We could be that second duo to kind of hit those milestones together. So it's definitely a big deal. And, you just like to see kind of what Porschia Bennett kind of came into this game as. Is like she was diving after loose balls. She was rebounding it. She was getting steals and getting out in transition. And that's Paige Manchester's game, too. And you'd kind of like to see her do a little bit more of that, where it almost just seemed like she just wanted to get into the offense and hit a 3, or just, kind of she worried about it a little too much instead of going out there and just playing her game a little bit. So hopefully she takes a little bit of what Porschia Bennett did in that first half. Just go out, play your game, be aggressive. Don't pick up any silly fouls or anything. Just play your style. Get your hands up on defense. Get a rebound and go. Knock down your shot if you have it. Attack when you feel comfortable. And don't – there's no pressure. There's no pressure right now.
None. You have – like I said, you have the second half of this game.
Yep.
You have Williamsport Wednesday.
Yep.
You'll have the NTL Showdown game Thursday against one of the small school teams. And then you'll probably have a second game in the NTL Showdown out at Mansfield, I would assume.
Yeah.
And then you got districts. It's going to happen this year,
yes,
no matter what.
Yeah.
But so there's no pressure really on Paige. But like you said, it would be nice to have 2 in the same night. But she still needs a dozen. So we'll see what Coach Gentile's game plan is to see if they're going to try and make that happen, or if they're going to play a little more conservative and just be happy with a win here tonight, taking them to 18-3.
And she's very capable of doing this in the next quarter.
Yeah.
I know it's a.
What, she had 20? Remember that third quarter a couple days ago?
Yeah.
She had 20. You call it the Paige Manchester quarter.
She can get it going, and I know the Lady Trojans are still thinking about trying to get back into this game. Obviously, there's still a little bit more to the game than just that, but being down 18, that's kind of the focus, I think, in everybody's mind right now in the crowd is, hey, we want the ball in Manchester's hand and see if she can get to that 12-point mark.
I sure do. So I would assume that's there's a lot of people here, and we'll see what Manchester and her crew can do. Oh, that rhymed. So we're under a minute now as both teams are back to their benches, getting their last coach-ups there from their coaches. About ready to start the third quarter here. Foul situation, Manchester does have 2, and so does Gracie Schoonover. So nothing major right now as far as foul trouble for the Lady Knights. Also 2 fouls on, that might be on Brennan as well. Yeah, Brennan has 2 fouls as well. So 26-8, an 18-point lead. If you're counting down at home, how many more points Manchester needs? She needs 12. She's sitting at 988 so far for her amazing junior year career thus far.
And my bet would be Coach Gentile is setting up some sort of set for Paige Manchester to get a shot at the rim or a drive to the rim in one of these first possessions, probably the first possession. So you might see something that you're not normally used to from the Lady Knights right here. Just to get her a shot opportunity. They're
going to stay right in that triangle in two. It's number 22 playing defense against her. It does work out as she gets an easy layup. So great call from Coach Gentile. His assistant coach just promptly wipes that play right off the board and puts his board away.
Yeah, I love that little.
That was awesome.
I always used to call it the Iverson cut. They used to run that for Allen Iverson in Philadelphia. Nice pass there from 22 to number 5.
Lackey. 28-10. Stays at 18, and Manchester's 10 points away.
This is where I'd like to see just a ball screen, get a good matchup, and drive it.
Schoonover is going to take one from the foul line. Shot no good. Rebounded by Hurley. Hurley gets it out to Manchester. Tawanda has a commanding 18-point lead here.
Getting physical in the post with Portia Bennett and
Matthews.
Number 21 Matthews.
Yeah, they've been going at it a lot. Manchester able to split the Troy D. Shot no good. Gets an offensive board too strong on the putback, but it does go off a Lady Trojans name with Tawanda. That's one you'd like to see go there for Manchester. I think she's a little upset with herself, too. Got 1 second left. Yeah. Wait till the last second. Brennan fires up a 3. No good. Fight for the board. Rebounded there by Lackey. Lackey gets it out to Kingsley, and here come the Lady Trojans. I'm sorry, that's not Kinsley. That is Taylor.
Nice take. Nice strong take.
Real nice take there by Parks. It's 28-12. So Lady Trojans are not going to go away without a fight here as they cut this thing down to 16.
And I think that plays well for Paige Manchester. Maybe not for the Lady Knights, but it keeps everybody kind of engaged. Lazy pass there by Brennan.
All the way the hoop shot there,
good hustle,
good by Taylor. Ball's on the floor. Brennan falls on it. And we're going to get a jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Lady Trojans. I think Coach Gentile tried for the timeout. Didn't. Well, no.
We got it.
But I think.
Oh, yeah. They may have called the jump, though. You might be right.
Yep. I think it was a jump, and then afterwards they gave him a 30-second timeout. So 30-second timeout here for Coach Gentile. We'll take it with him. 28-12. Tawanda leads. All right, so inbounds here for Troy. It's going to be number 22. That's Parks. Good ball movement here to number 13. That was Kingsley, but she is going to be rejected out of bounds. We'll stay with Troy.
You know, when's the last time we've done a girls' game and we haven't seen Paige Manchester with a steal this far into a game?
That's a good point. That shot for Parks was no good.
That's a good job by the Lady Trojans so far, too, against that pressure.
They have a lot of offensive rebounds.
Now go.
So Schoonover gets the block. Here comes Manchester. Kind of lost the handle, gets it to Brennan. Brennan, nice entry pass inside to Bennett, and she made that look easy as she was pushed by Matthews, but she makes the basket in 11-and-1 opportunity. Portia Bennett is very good on the block.
Yeah.
I swear she's better turned away from the block and just firing it up on a quick turnaround than she is on her layup breaks.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yep.
Foul shot goes.
Yeah, she's got that nice little quick turn.
Yeah.
You know, if she's going against somebody that happens to be a little taller than her, she beats her with quickness. And if she has the matchup where she's the taller one, it's just too quick and too high for any shorter defender.
Yep. Kingsley kicks it out to Lackey. Her shot's off the top of the backboard, no good. Here's Manchester. Manchester's unselfishly throws it up, but it's too long for Bennett, and it'll go out of bounds back to Troy. Had the right idea, just overthrew her running mate there. Here's Lackey. Good hands by Manchester. She steals this one. Yep. 1 on 3. Scoop shot goes. That's a hard shot there for Manchester. but she makes it, and she is up to 992, just 8 points away with 5 minutes to go. And we're going to have a timeout by Troy. We're going to take it with them. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in third quarter. 33-12, Towanda leads. Hey, Troy maintains possession here. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. No fouls yet on the Lady Knights. One on the Trojans. So here comes Manchester again on the break and puts it in for 2 more. Paige Manchester starting to heat up a little bit. She's got 6 points in this quarter, and she's up to 994. Just 6 more to go for Manchester. Good pass inside their shot by Lackey's long, no good. Out of bounds off Hurley, stays with the Lady Trojans. Substitution as Fowler will come in for Brennan here.
Yeah, Destiny Brennan did a nice job right there, hustling after some loose balls, get back on defense, a couple assists.
Kinsley, it out. Good hands by the Lady Knights. Jump ball here, I would assume. Yep. I almost just did the announcer's curse. Almost.
Okay, don't do it then.
It was close.
Yeah, I won't even ask.
You shouldn't, because I almost said it.
All right.
Real close.
I don't like him.
We'll see how the game turns out. I'll tell you at the end.
All right.
4:31 to go here in the third quarter. It's almost like the announcer's saying, like in a football game, like, oh, he's made 45 field goals in a row, and then he misses it. Manchester bullies her way in there.
She's going to get the offensive there.
Troy was kind of just hanging out, standing around, and they will get the charge call. I don't know which one you want to call it. They took it anyway. That's Manchester's third, though, I think.
Yes,
it is. So 3 fouls on Manchester. Be careful now.
Yeah, just if you're Coach Gentile, just tell her no silly reach-ins
at
right
all.
now.
Like none. You're here to score 6 points at this point. Your team's up 23. And there's a
nice
steal. Just not quite enough there. It's
just a little bobble right there that kind of hung that ball out a little bit.
But regardless, it's a jump ball. Troy will keep it. Does change the arrow. Substitution here for the Lady Trojans is number 35. That is Kendall Allen will come into the game. She'll take out Lackey. Again, thank you for all of you that have tuned in tonight from Troy, Towanda, and anywhere afar. We appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying both these games tonight. Shot attempt there from number 23. That's Taylor, was no good. Other way come Lady Knights.
A good screen there by Porschia Bennett.
Manchester has time to line it up. It's just off the right side, though. Good board by Bennett. Another possession.
Step in. All right.
The 22 is all over her right now, and they're going to call that, As Alyssa Parks doing everything she can to deny Manchester, and she will eventually be called for being a little bit over the top there, as Manchester will inbound here. That's 3 fouls on Parks, too, so I think Parks is probably the best defender. She's been on Manchester the entire game, so that might be a big deal. Just denying Manchester the basketball right now. Does get it to her, though. She dribbles right around Kingsley. Shot no good, but she will be fouled by Allen, and Manchester will go to the line to shoot 2 to try and get even closer to that 1,000-point milestone.
Yeah, Manchester 0 for 2 so far. Only 1 trip to the line.
Which is also crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, another kind of odd thing that's happened so far in this game.
Looks a lot calmer with that shot, though. And that's looked a lot calmer. So the first one goes. She'll have one more. 36-12 now, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Foul situation, 3 on Troy, 1 on Lady Knights. That second one just long, no good, rebounded eventually by Sterling. Sterling gives it over to number 22, Parks, shot no good. Here come the Lady Knights as Manchester corrals it. I was hoping she was going to do that, but she is stopped on defense. Another good defensive play by Parks.
Really nice hands there.
Yeah.
That went off Manchester's leg, too.
Lucky she got it. And we're going to have a travel here as Hurley shuffled the feet. Turnover right back to the Lady Trojans. Troy will also substitute here as number 21, McKenna Matthews, comes back into the game. She'll to give Parks a well-deserved rest. So now we'll see who goes on Manchester next. Probably Matthews. Although Matthews has played on Porschia Bennett quite a bit. Good idea right there. That was one right there.
Yep.
Where she could have got her 4th foul diving after that one. Just let it go. Porschia Bennett takedown for
steal.
2 points.
Steal.
Yeah. So here we go. Manchester goes 1-on-1, and she takes the foul. Kendall Allen did a nice job denying the layup, but Manchester goes to the line to shoot 2 more. 1 for 4. Is that what she is right now?
Yeah, 1 for 4.
Be nice to see her put 2 in here. 14 fouls on Troy, 1 on the Lady Knights. 2:27 to go now. Manchester is just 5 points away from 1,000. Her first one goes. Make it 4 points away. Should also be remembered again that Paige is just a junior. Second also goes.
Up to 9 points in the quarter here.
She's a 3-ball away.
Yes, she is.
2:25 to go. I think she's got it. I think she's got it. I'm going to say it now.
There's one right here.
No curse.
Could be.
No announcer's curse. Manchester, turn around, doesn't go. Fight. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good.
No. Announcer's curse.
You just did it.
Oh, no.
And I told you not to do
No,
it.
it was an accident. I got excited.
I'm going to tell her, too.
Don't. She'll beat me up. That was Manchester's 4th foul.
Yep.
So what an interesting thing that could keep her from 1,000 at this point, because there's 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter, 3 points away, but that's 4 fouls on on Manchester.
If I'm her teammate, I say don't touch anybody. Don't do anything.
Just shoot.
Just shoot it.
We got you.
Yep.
It's a 26-point game.
Don't even drive it unless it's wide open.
Yep.
Jump stop.
And then after you get your after you get your 1,000, do whatever you want again.
Then
You
can
foul
reach.
out and have an
can-
early,
Yes.
have an early dessert and go to bed, whatever.
Early dessert.
I don't know,
go
man.
bed.
Well,
I like it. Something sweet, right?
how do you spell something?
A couple different spellings, probably.
Here it is. For 3.
Oh,
In and out. No good. She knew it, too. I think she knows how many points she has exactly.
100% she does.
I mean, damn, I did when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Didn't have 1,000, tell you that much. Minute 26 to go, third quarter. Tawana again is in control of this game. Good drive there. Shot no good by Parks. Actually, that was not Parks. That was Taylor. We're going to have a travel on Fowler. Turnover back to the Lady Trojans. Substitution for those Lady Trojans is number 22. This is Parks. Will come back in. She'll take out number 24, Chamberlain. Just don't. Paige. Easy. Just good rebound by Schoonover. Here comes Manchester. She's all alone, and she might have traveled.
She might have traveled on that one.
But they're going to let it go, and they're going to give her 2 points.
1 point left, right?
Yep, 1 point left. I like how we both kind of like, ugh. Maybe 3.5 steps, but they're going to give it to her. 1 point away from 1,000. The game, by the way, it's 40-12, a 28-point lead for Lady Knights. The mercy rule will be in effect here if the Knights can score one more basket. And putting a team like Troy at 12-6 in the mercy rule is a great feat. That's what Manchester's got. Manchester's kind of letting girls go around her. Good backside board by Hurley.
This has really been amazing, too. 90% of our – oh, my.
Tried it. No good. Schoonover. No good.
Mugged.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, my prediction. It's so close.
Yeah.
I said the first and the third.
I know.
Oh.
But I was going to say, it's amazing that 90% of our broadcast has kind of been about these 1,000-point scorers, and Tawanda's playing very well. Nice take there.
They are all around. That was 23. Yeah.
Sydney Taylor.
Yep. Last second, Manchester shoots a 3. They can't call that a foul,
Nope,
can
they
they?
got a foul on the 3-point shot, I believe.
Let's hope it's not on her for offense, though.
Well, I think I saw him hold up 3 fingers. Yep, they're going to make her shoot 3. Yeah, they got the foul.
It's a long discussion from the officials, and what a way to get your 1,000 points. You got 3 shots at it.
Yeah.
There's no way they can call this offensive, right?
I don't think so. No one else called a foul. Only the only official that I saw with a hand up had 3 fingers up. So that tells me that it's a 3-point shot.
They're going to call no. Oh, that's going to make this gym, yeah, that's going to make this gym erupt, and it did. As they waved off the foul, which would have given Paige Manchester 3 opportunities to score her 1,000-point, and Coach Gentile is livid right now. And
so I'm going to say something because I normally try to say
this gym's mad.
Middle
Yep.
and not biased.
Yep.
If I'm Coach Gentile, I get a technical.
I would too. Absolutely. I was thinking the same thing.
I just go until they give me one.
100%. Can you get technicals to the fans? Because the fans were not happy with that
You
call.
can, actually.
Well,
I think.
That was, man.
Maybe not. Maybe
Well, we're just going to stay here because we're already,
just throw guys out
45 seconds into this one. So Manchester will remain 1 point away from her 1,000 points. She also has 4 fouls. Man, I don't.
And my only argument would be.
Well, what was the discussion?
You blew the whistle.
Yeah, what was the discussion?
Before the horn.
Right.
And you stuck up 3 fingers. Why did that happen if there's no foul?
What made the other official change his mind?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of officials would agree. If you make the call and you saw it, that's what you saw. That's not,
Unless it's like an out of bounds where someone sees that.
A different angle or something like that. But you don't know, being the other official on the other side, what that angle was for a foul. So that was very surprising.
I'm going to mention this again. I'm sure I'm going to get flack for it. It's also a 26-point game, and you could have just gave at home a girl to score her 1,000-point 3 shots at it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Manchester and friends will have to try and do it the hard way as we are starting the 4th quarter. Manchester being harassed again by Parks. As you can see how hard they're trying to get the ball to Manchester, and they're going to call an offensive foul as Porschia Bennett came barreling in, and a good take of the foul there by Kingsley. Porschia Bennett definitely felt that one. Second foul on Porschia. So 5 team fouls on Troy, 3 on the Lady Knights. 40-14. We're just underway in the 4th quarter.
And you can feel the pressure in the gym. Like, even the crowd is like kind of antsy right now.
Yep. Athena Ciccone in the game, by the way, too, for Towanda. That goes out of dude, I love how cautiously Paige is playing now. Everything, anyone's near, I know. Anyone comes near, she kind of puts her hands up.
And that's honestly how she should have been playing with 3 fouls.
Yeah,
really.
Right.
But.
So we are just about at 7 minutes, and you can tell how bad Troy doesn't want her scoring their 1,000-point either.
And you do that with anybody.
And here we go as Manchester's able to get around Parks. And she will go to the line and shoot 2, this time right in the middle of a quarter. And she'll have 2. She'll need 1 for her 1,000-point. Again, this is a 26-point game well in hand right now for the Lady Knights. The big story is, will she hit her 1,000?
Knock it down.
Yep. There it is. Nice. Paige Manchester has just hit her 1,000th point. Coach Gentile calls a full timeout. And history has been repeated.
Unbelievable.
25 years later, 2 more girls scored their 1,000th point in the same game. Congratulations to Paige Manchester, the junior, on getting her 1,000th point in this one.
Yeah, great career. I mean, she's still got another, few games this year. Obviously, they want to go far, and a whole season next year. What a great player. Congratulations, Paige. Big time, guys, big time.
So we've been calling their name here ever since we took over this job a couple years ago, and it's been really fun to watch Manchester and Porschia Bennett. And that's a big, especially after that first half.
Yeah.
That's a big load off the shoulders of Manchester right there. I thought she was coming to give us a high five.
Yeah.
All the way up the bleachers to her mom, gave off the balloons and the banner, and then she runs all the way back down and tries to get back into basketball mode. So congratulations again to the junior Paige Manchester on her 1,000th point.
And now, reach, rebound, dive after.
Do whatever you got to do now.
Whatever you got to do.
I say you get a foul in the first 10 seconds. Just go take a seat. Well deserved.
Yeah, why not?
So back to the game. It's a 27-point lead with 7:10 to go here. Towanda is just another basket away from putting the mercy rule on this one. Second free throw also goes for Manchester. That one probably a lot easier.
Yeah, a little less pressure.
That's probably the easiest shot she's had all day. So 28-point lead. The 2 stars have done what they were expected to do, which is really nice. And Towanda is looking to get to 19-3 or 18-3. 18-3. There's a foul. And it's going to be number 11, Sterling, going to the line to shoot 2. Yep, 18-3 with 1 game to go. 18-3 with 1 game to go. So what were the Lady Knights last year? Did they lose 2 games in the regular season?
I don't remember.
I don't either, because they were the 2 seed.
Yes, they were. Which we thought they were going to be the 3, I believe, right?
Yeah,
and then a couple things kind of down in the Heartland went.
Yeah, Loyal Sock had some. I think they had COVID issues, and they had to play Montoursville with like 6 girls, and they lost. And Bloomsburg was a 1 seed, but I know obviously they lost to Sullivan County last year. They lost to Waverly too, I think, in the Valley Christmas tournament.
You might be right on that one.
But basically, Porschia Bennett and Matthews are going at it now. A lot of pushing and shoving there between 21 and 20. And, yeah, I think Coach Gentile saw that. He definitely did. He's going to call a timeout. So 6:33 to go here in the game. It's 42-14. We're a basket away from the mercy rule. And we'll take a timeout. Is it full?
Yep.
Oh, 30. No, we'll take it. We're taking it anyway.
All right.
We'll be right back. Inbound here for Towanda. Good hands by Sterling. Gets it out to Parks, and Troy will get the turnover.
A big block there by Porschia Bennett, I believe. It's kind of tough to see in that corner.
This is chippy for a 28-point game, too. And Troy's not happy about having their game stopped twice for 1,000-point scores. It's
no, and that's something
never
that
fun.
They wanted to come in and
not allow that.
Yeah,
they
that
wanted
was
to
their
win,
game
of
plan.
course, but
yeah, with the triangle and 2, and obviously it's
easier said than done.
It's about stopping that. Also, it's probably your best chance to be in the game. Obviously, is slow down the Porschia Bennett and Paige Manchester train.
First free throw is no good. 5 team fouls for the Lady Knights, 6 for the Lady Trojans.
Like I said before, you could tell in this game, everybody in the gym, every player besides Paige Manchester and Porschia Bennett were trying to feed them the ball.
Yep.
Every defensive possession, it was I get a rebound, where's Porschia, where's Paige? And the fact that the Lady Knights are still up this much tells you how well defensively they're playing in this game, too.
Again, like we've said several times, Troy is probably the best team we've seen this year.
But I would say Northeast would be up
there.
Oh,
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Northeast. But, I mean, Troy's and they beat them once. They're not much. They're about on Athens level.
Yep.
Shot no good from Schoonover, rebounded by Kingsley. Again, this is a team that made the playoffs last year and are going to make the playoffs again this year, just one spot behind Towanda.
And you got to think, in the back of Coach Gentile's mind, too, as a coach, is especially now, you're like, hey, we got to prepare for a really good Williamsport team. You would assume they're good anyway. So you got to be.
Oh, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. So you gotta kind of start thinking about that one as well.
You know what other game I'm excited for now? I hope we're in town for that one. Not looking ahead, but you got to imagine. There's Parks with a nice drive, shot no good. You got to imagine Tawanda's going to win their first NTL Showdown game. Could have a rematch with Northeast Bradford for the NTL Championship.
Yeah, you're right.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be out at Mansfield, but that would be a real fun basketball game.
Yeah.
Northeast maybe looking for some. I think Northeast won like an 11-game winning streak after we beat them. And they'd want to have a little revenge in that one. First shot from Kingsley's no good. Substitution for Lady Knights. Hurley and Ishmaelova come in. Out goes Brennan and Bennett. Yep. Second also doesn't go. Rebounded by Schoonover. So Towanda has about the fourth or fifth try in a row here to try and get the mercy rule in effect. And it looks like Troy is going to do some mass subbing here on the next stoppage of play. Pass for Ishmaelova, a little bit too hard. Fight for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball, and we'll go to Lady Trojans, and in will come 4 new Lady Trojans. It's going to be number 2, Gloria Andrews, getting her first action. Number 35, Allen. Number 34, Seeley. Number 10, I believe that is.
Yep,
Chloe Swain. And bringing the ball down the court is number 11, Sterling. So here is Swain. Back over to Seeley. Just entered the game. Here's Andrews. Back over to Allen. All new names. Got to memorize 5 new ones real quick. Nice wraparound attempt by Sterling. No good. Rebounded by Schoonover. About halfway done here. Ooh, there's a nice steal from Sterling. Took it right away from Fowler. Puts it in and an and one opportunity. Nice play there by number 11, Kaylin Sterling. She'll have an opportunity for 3-point play. My college quarterback put up a message. He put, well, Valentine's Day is almost over. I have no DMs for a dinner date. I guess I'll take off my suit and have a drink.
There you go. Treat yourself.
Oh, Mikey.
That and one was finished by Sterling at the free throw line, too. A nice play by her to take it away from Eliza Fowler.
42-17. Ishmaelova, no good. Rebounded by number 34. That's Seeley. More than halfway done with the fourth quarter now. Sorry. Comes Andrews over to Swain. Back inside it goes. Shot no good. Rebounded by number 22 Hurley. And Towanda will walk it down the court. So again, our next action, day off tomorrow. Wednesday, we should have the call as the, there's Fowler stepping in, looking real good on that 3-point attempt. Nothing but net. Wednesday, it'll be the 6A. I can tell you their record right now. It's going to be on the thing. Full timeout for Troy, so I'll do that while we're here. 6A, Williamsport. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I mean, they play really good teams. They're 8-10.
Oh, wow.
8-10. Ooh, you can click on their thing and look at the teams they've played. Oh. Well, they're 8-10, folks, but they have played a pretty hard schedule.
Yeah, it's going to be a big test for the Lady Knights on Wednesday.
I mean, they've beat all the local teams. They beat Shikellamy by 20, Lewisburg by 14, Montoursville by 6, and then they've lost to Harrisburg 53-48, Mifflin County 57-50, Bishop McDevitt out of the Philadelphia area 56-48, Altoona. So they've played.
Yeah, they've played some big ones.
Some big ones. Yep. They lost to Crestwood 35-34. So yeah, they played that Linden Hall out of Lidditz. They lost to them 41-33. So they did lose to Loyal Sock, but I don't know if I said that. They lost to them 63-50. So that'll be a tough game for Tawana on Wednesday.
It will.
Good measuring stick.
I was going to say that's a big
in a game that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it does as far as seeding, I guess.
Yes.
But I mean, if you lose that one,
you probably stay the 4 seed. And
probably.
You're most likely going to play Troy again, and then you go from there. Then you just figure out what seed you're going to play after that.
That would be number 1 Bloomsburg.
Most likely, yes. Probably in Bloomsburg.
Yep. I think the Lady Knights would rather play against Line Mountain at Line Mountain than play at Bloomsburg at the second one. There's Gracie Schoonover. Gets free, puts it in for 2, and now the mercy rule will be in effect as it's a 30-point game at 47-17. Shot attempt there for number 2. That was Andrews, was no good. Here's Hurley, gets the rebound. She's going to pull it out this time and give it to Fowler. So we're at 2 minutes and 39 seconds. It will be running clock except for fouls and free throws. And timeouts, of course.
Yeah, and you're looking at the majority of the girls coming back for the Lady Knights next year.
Yep.
Minus Paige Manchester, really. This is going to be
Bennett.
No, I mean for next year.
Yeah, Bennett's the senior.
That's what I mean.
You said Paige Manchester.
Yeah, minus her. So she's the only one not on the court. These 5 will be back
I thought you
next
meant
year.
like literally the entire team.
No.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, that 5 that was out on the floor, was basically that's going to be the most of the starters next year.
And then you'll probably have like a Izmailova probably coming in as this new starter, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm speculating.
Yeah, I think that's a good. I think that's
Bennett.
A good guess.
Yep.
Yeah, barring any other additions to the team, or
any transfers like they do down in the Hack sometimes.
Never know.
They don't call transfers, but there's 34. That's Seeley. Shot's no good. Rebounded there by Schoonover. Tawana's content walking the ball down the court now and taking the best shot available at this point. Chacona bounce pass to Izmailova. Hakes is in the game too, by the way. Should be no number 15 for Tawana. She has the ball right now, and she will travel. It'll be a turnover to Troy. So we have at least 2 more games, Coach Johnson. We have Wednesday.
And probably the showdown on
Probably
Thursday.
the showdown. I would assume we're allowed to broadcast that on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second showdown will be in Mansfield, I would assume. So we obviously won't have that one. And then who knows about districts. Of course, Tawana will be home, but that turns into like sponsorships and things like that when it comes into district stuff because PIAA works a little differently.
So for sure, at least 2 more.
At least 2 more, yep. We're done with the boys this year. 3-point shot, no good there by number 34. That was Seeley. It's going to go out of bounds back to Tawana, and probably the last possession of this one. Unless, no, Troy's going to press up a little bit, work on that. Ball's tipped, it goes out of bounds. The clock will continue to run, though.
Yeah, finishing up here for the Lady Trojans, we had 4 points from Katie Lackey, number 5. Kaylin Sterling, number 11, had 4. Alyssa Parks, number 22, had 2. Sydney Taylor, number 23, had 4. And Kendall Allen, number 35, had 2 points. And for the Lady Knights tonight, Bella Hurley, number 22, with 5. Eliza Fowler, number 14, had 6. Gracie Schoonover, number 45, had 6. Destiny Brennan had 3. And obviously the 1,000-point scorers new to the club, Portia Bennett, number 20, had 12. And Paige Manchester, number 2, had 15.
A genuine congratulations, Paige and Portia, from both of us here. It's been a pleasure watching you two the last couple years, and we'll continue on as the rest of the season and next year for Paige as well. Again, the final score here, I took it off the board. Oh, no, it was 47-17.
Yes, it was.
30-point win for the Lady Knights. They advanced to 18-3 with Williamsport Class 6A looming on Wednesday. We'll have that call for you here. Should be about 7:15-ish on the Towanda Area School District. Paige, Coach Clark with Coach Johnson with me. As always, have a great rest of your Monday night. See you Wednesday.